So, today is the day I start my dissertation. Oh my god, I am so stressed about it. I hope my microphone can block out the... my MacBook is going because it's trying really hard to do stuff, which will be my brain in a few minutes. But yeah, so today is the start. I'm going to try and start writing my dissertation. 2 years ago I did my research proposal. I am getting very overwhelmed already, so I thought I'd try and do it slowly, step by step. But I'm already really panicking, and every time I look at a paper I don't know what it's going on about, and I feel like I've forgotten everything. But yeah, this is my dissertation diary. Disclaimer, I'll have no idea if any of this is any use or any good till June. So yeah, follow along if you want. My camera is about to die on me. Follow along the journey. It's going to be very stressful. And I'm really freaking out over it. Probably a lot more than I should be. But yeah, doing the dissertation from the psych ward. I don't even know where to start. Like, I feel like nothing makes sense. So what I'm going to start with is... Oh, yes, the computer stopped roaring. Wait, why is it read only? Oh my god, this is typical. Why can't I do anything on it? Oh. Everything is just so overwhelming. Like, all I'm seeing is references and papers that I've told myself I need to read. And I just feel really lost. I don't know where I'm going with all this. So I'm just gonna go through my recordings and then worry about everything else, like, because there's just so much. And even just reading one paper, I feel very overwhelmed. So I have started my dissertation. So my first advice from a lecturer, no, my supervisor, was to read. And I do not like reading. But what I've done is I have got all my references from my research proposal. I'd also wrote a few notes and other references, and I've put them in a table. So in one column of the table I've got the paper and the reference. The second column I've called it like what it tells me, and I asked ChatGPT for a 100-word summary so I can see whether the paper's in kind of the realms of what I need to be doing. And then I have how it fits in. So this is where I've then gone and read that paper and picked out anything that I think is relevant. And jotted it all down there. If there's any additional references, I'll write them in that box, and then when I finish that massive list first, I'll then go back through those notes and read those papers that I found within another paper. And I've done it chronologically, so I've started in 1972. Well, actually I think some of the references go back earlier than that. So go back later than that. They go further away from now, but I am aware that I need a lot more modern material, but because I'm doing it chronologically, I started in 1972 and now I've been doing 2 a day, and now I'm in 1992. So good time traveller. So I've realised that I am doing too much of randomness and random sequence generation, and I'm just going way off topic, and I'm literally reading maths papers because I'm literally having to scroll through it, like all these maths notations that I know that I don't need to know. So I've kind of realised I'm going off tangent. So the next few papers I'm reading are going to be very specific to my actual topic area, to the bias that I'm looking at, because I've kind of noticed I'm doing 2 a day. It can take me like 2 hours. Like, some of these papers are like 28 pages long. It's ridiculous. it takes me ages, and I'm not a reading person anyway. So this table is getting longer and longer, but what I've also done is what I've called a template, and I've basically structured how I think my introduction should be, literally like sentence by sentence. Comment on this, a comment on this, a comment on this, a comment on this. And it's like, what does research say? What do we know? What do we not know? Are there any conflicts in these two things? And then I will essentially get information that will be able to answer those questions, and then that's how I'm going to start padding it out. So I'm not doing anything to do with the method, I'm just focusing on my introduction for now. Basically, I'm doing reading. So I'm doing 2 papers a day, because I go back end of January, and I want to kind of be in a place where I've actually done a decent amount to start with the actual dissertation. Sadly, I received an email from my supervisor today telling me that it is possible to plagiarise yourself. So my fears may be semi-true, because I did good, like I said, in my research proposal, so I wanted to use it. But I can't use any of it, but I might use like a tiny bit, and then because of how much more I write, hopefully it won't be plagiarism. Or it will, but only like 2%, and they won't be bothered about it. Because some of it's actually quite good, if I admit, but apparently it needs to be padded out a lot more. So hopefully, that means more reading though. It's just not simple, is it? Like, even just trying to read like papers, there's just more papers and more papers, and they cite more papers and more papers, and I can't possibly read everything. But hopefully, I definitely know I'm heading in the wrong direction at the moment. Like, I'm going towards more random number sequence, which isn't what I'm doing. It is par, but I'm going in the wrong direction. But at least I know that now. So the 2 that I'm reading today, what are they about? They're actually about stuff that's relevant to what I'm doing, but more relevant anyway. So let's see how I get on with that. But yeah, so basically every day I've been trying to read 2 papers. One was 28 pages long. I'm sorry, but what the hell? The other was 12. I think anything more than 5. I think 5 pages is long. They write in like tiny font as well. And some of these references don't even exist. Like, I don't know where I've got them from. I've got them from somewhere, and I'll have wrote something and cited it, but I just picked out the actual citations. So I'm actually getting like information about papers that I can't find. So, but yeah, I know like what a few of the key papers are, and because I'm doing it chronologically, I'm not there yet. So yeah, basically read is what is happening at the moment, and then I'm gonna get in contact with my supervisor after Christmas, like he suggested. I'm just looking at my table. That's why I keep looking over there. So yeah, I'm going to get in contact with him about like where I'm up to, kind of what areas I've looked into before I go back at the end of January. Yesterday I had my occupational health assessment. I think it went alright. Today I've got my disability assessment to see how my needs get like redone. Then I need to ring Pip. So then I'm going to ring Pip. I need to chase up my day payments. Because when I get overnight home leave, I get my Pip. So I've had some of that. I have lost it now, but I get to go home leave on Sunday, so I'm very happy about that. Because it's my dad's birthday today, so it'd be really nice to be able to put the tree up and be home, even if it is for 4 hours, and even if I do have to have 2 staff. It's better than nothing, because I did have nothing. So I'm looking forward to it, because hopefully I'm getting the like Monday to Friday of Christmas at home on my own, well, with the family, but hopefully without staff, because they won't be able to facilitate that. Hopefully they'll give me overnight. So yeah, so basically dissertation land is, I'm not gonna lie, before I made this table, I cried and I was very stressed and everything was overwhelming me. I just kept coming up with more and more material. My dissertation folder itself was annoying me so much, so I literally just emailed it all to my dad and I put it all in the bin, and I was like, if I need a bit of it, I'll ask him for it and he'll send it me, because it was just looking too much. Even though it wasn't, it just looked too much, I was getting very overwhelmed. So now I've got this big table that I think is helping me sift, what's the word? Sift. Is that the word? Yeah, it's sift something. Helping me sift through the papers, and as I get more modern, I should get more relevant. But then again, I do need a lot of information, but I do know that my topic is not number sequence generation. It is slightly, but I think I'm going a bit over the top with it, to be honest. So I'm going to read more, but read less in that area, hopefully. Hopefully that's the way my citations will go. So yeah, we've started. The people on my Alps keep coming and interrupting me. Yeah, so, oh god, the cleaner's banging the thing into the door. So yeah, read more. The whole aspect is I'm very at the beginning, but also read less is what I've got from this so far. I think 2 papers a day is taking me longer than I thought. I don't know if that's because I'm just reading like ancient papers where half of it I don't understand. So yeah, Dissertation Diary 1 is, I don't know. I've got a rough template, I've copied stuff across and put it where I think it fits. And now I'm doing the reading part, which is meant to be like the main part anyway, so... Oh my god, I've got a meeting in 4 minutes. Oh my god, hang on. Right, okay, I'm going to have to wrap this up. So, yeah, reading is what I'm doing. No idea if this is going to be any good. Yeah, disclaimer, if I haven't already, I have no idea if what I'm doing is any good, and will not till June. So, yeah, but it's nice that my supervisor's got in contact with me, even though it was bad news, because he said I can plagiarise myself. Surely I can give myself permission to plagiarise myself, but, yeah, no. So, yeah, basically I'm stuck reading ye old ancient papers. But yeah, so I'm going to do more reading. Yay.